Hey, there we go. Just had to put it in boost mode. Yeah, that's pretty typical of these things. VTOMAN. We got another jump starter plus air compressor to take a look at today. It's the X7 jump starter with inflator, E-Power 325, capacity of 88.8 watt hours. It's got a starting current of 800 amps and a peak current of 4250 amps. And you know, this is one of the few jump starters I've seen that actually list out the different current capacities. Most of them just give you this like ridiculous like peak current, which I don't know how they calculate that. That must be a theoretical thing because these numbers always don't make sense. But this 800 amp, that's actually a lot more realistic because a lot of the smaller ones, they really only put out like 500 or 600 amps, even though they say they're like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, whatever. Because even like big diesel engines really only need about 800 amps to crank over. So yeah, I like to see like that rating because, you know, you have your realistic rating and then your, marketing fib rating. It looks like the USB-C is only 15 watts, so I guess you're not going to get any fast charging out of that. And it's got an 18-month warranty, lifetime technical service. That's pretty funny. And hey, check that out. It's made in Indonesia. Don't know what that means, but it's interesting. It's got overcharge protection, overcurrent protection, short circuit protection, reverse polarity protection, AI software protection, high temp, low temp protection, spark proof protection, over voltage protection, overload protection, and reverse charge protection. You feel very protected with this guy. How to start 12-volt vehicle, connect it to the vehicle battery, green LED illuminates, and then you start your engine. And then how to inflate, attach the air hose, power it on, select your mode, and then do a short press of the power button. And we're gonna check all that stuff out in just a minute, but first we gotta get this thing open. Comes in a nice little pouch here. Here we have the unit itself. And get the condom off of here. Ah, double condom, look at that. Yeah, this is a pretty hefty little chunk. We'll weigh it here in just a minute. It's got your basic instructions and all the same information that was on the box, like right here on the jump starter itself. That's handy to have. And of course you have your manual too if you get confused. See, we have the charging cable. Oh, two different charging cables. This one's USB-C to USB-C, and the other one's USB-A to USB-C. The little inflator accessories, the inflator hose, and you know, I like it that it has like this quick disconnect chuck. That's always nice to see. The hose is a decent length. You know, some of these things are like really short, but this one is, let's see, measure it real quick. Ah, look at that, almost 21 inches, like 20.5 inches or so. That's nice. Well, I got the tape measure out. We'll take a look at the beast itself. It's like 9 inches by 5 by 2. And we'll take a look at the clamps here. So on the dongle for the clamps is your boost button. That's definitely a feature you want to see in any jump starter you get, because a lot of times, like the safeties in these guys, they might prevent it from actually giving full chooch to a battery that's like really low. And you have to be able to engage the boost or force start. Some of them call it force start. So anytime you're looking for a jump starter, make sure it has that feature. I've seen a couple that don't have it, and I don't know, those jump starters are kind of useless. So over here on the side is where you plug your jumper cables in. Oh, and that's kind of interesting. This actually has 3 prongs. I've seen most of these only have 2. I wonder if that's like a separate little temperature probe or something. I wonder what that's for. I don't know. But it obviously has like some little extra smart feature to it. On the front side of it, you have the light here, and then you have your USB in and out. And right here is where you connect up the air hose. And you know, this air hose has a pretty chunky little knob on it. That's nice. Like typically these things get like screaming hot. So you want to have like a nice thick plastic or rubber insulator on there so that whenever you touch this thing, you don't burn yourself. Let's go ahead and hit the power button, see what happens. Then you hold the power button down for a second. Yeah, there you go, it comes on. Oh, and look, it looks like it comes fully charged. You hit this button here, you can cycle between different settings. Looks like SUV, and then car, bicycle, balls, and then just a user setting, I suppose. And let's see if we can go ahead and like set the user setting to something, say like 30 PSI. And supposedly you just hit this like short, and it turns on, hit it again, turn it back off if you need to. But what I'm curious about, if it has memory, if it saves like what you have it set as. So I'm gonna go ahead and hold the button down, turn it off, hold the button again and turn it back on. And let's see, it went back to like the SUV mode. Now let's cycle back through those. And okay, it did remember what the user setting was set to last time. So that's really good. I like these that remember. Let's turn on the light. Let's see, do we hold it down and it comes on? Yeah, hold it down, comes on. Does it have different settings? Okay, you have like a red flashy mode, a little red SOS mode, and then just right back off again. If I hold it down, does it do anything else? No, it just goes on and off like whenever you hold it down. So it doesn't look like it has any brightness modes. It just has like the little red blinky modes there, and then back off again. Okay. And even though this thing says it's fully charged, Let me plug it in and just see what it looks like whenever it's charging. There you go. This thing just blinks to indicate that it is charging there for you. Well, all right, even though it said it was fully charged, it looks like it might need a little top up. So I'm gonna set this thing to the side for a minute, let it charge, and then we're gonna go test it out. And let's check and see how much this thing weighs, like the whole kit all together. 4 pounds, 11.6 ounces. She's a hefty girl. Hopefully that means it's got good battery capacity to it, you know? All right, so I like trying jump starters out on my tractor here because it's got the little diesel engine, takes a lot of power to turn over, and the battery in this thing is just completely dead. But as you can see, the little connector is flashing green at me, and we are at 100% power. So let's see if this thing will turn over. Oh, it doesn't like that. Let's see if we'll have to hit the boost mode. There we go, hit boost. Well, let's see what happens. Ah, there we go. Just had to put it in boost mode. Yeah, that's pretty typical of these things. That's why it's really important to have the jump starters with boost mode. All right, it handled the tractor just fine, but let's see if it'll start the A-barth, and it still says it's at full charge, so that's actually pretty good. All right, let's try it first without the boost mode. I got the little light on solid now after moving the connectors just a little bit. Ah, not doing nothing. Looks like we're gonna have to hit the boost button after all. There we go. You heard it click. You know it's engaged. Hey, there we go. Whoop, it tried. Let's give it one more try. Hey, all right. Yeah, so it seems like this thing is kind of struggling a little bit without the boost mode, but you know, you just hit that boost button and then she's good to go. So yeah, I like it. Now let's go test out that tire inflator. So I like to test all the tire inflators on this old leaky Fiat tire here. It's just nice to have a specific tire to use a baseline on. I'm gonna leave it on this car setting here and turn it down to 30 PSI and hit the button. And we're building pressure pretty quick, so that's good. Decibels are around 80. That kind of seems about average. I mean, these things are kind of noisy. And of course I got a timer going, so we'll see how long this thing takes. Hey, all right. That didn't take too long at all. That was actually kind of average to above average. After jump starting the tractor and the A-barth and filling up a small tire, completely filling it up from 0, it still has 3 bars of battery. Now I know like when it was going, it dropped down to like half, but so it's kind of like right on the cusp of half to 3/4. But yeah, good job, VTOMAN. There's gonna be a link for it down in the description below if you want to get one for yourself. This is actually a pretty nice little bit of kit. Well, bye. Thanks for watching.